All right. Welcome once again to another episode, or should I say, a New Year's Rockin' Eve episode of Sports Therapy with F.H. Jr. I am always your host. Unless there's something I don't know, I will always be your host. And I am coming to you live, all the way live, and I am rocking the standard uniform. I'm back in the standard uniform. Now, I took a few weeks off of wearing the standard uniform for Christmas and all kinds of good stuff, but I am back in the standard uniform, augmented by the, the league hat that signifies that I am neutral, just like Switzerland. On our show, Sports Therapy with F.H. Jr., callers will have 2 minutes to call. You can rip, rant, kick some knowledge about all things NFL. Our show is always sponsored by Crown Royal. Yes, where we learn to drink, but we drink Crown Royal responsibly. And let me go over the rules for the rule breakers. On Sports Therapy with F.A. Jr., we don't talk politics. Man, I don't give a fat rat's butt what the Democrats are doing, nor do I care what the Republicans are doing. We don't talk sexual orientations. All are welcome to call, and we welcome all. We're really into diversity. Diversity. Yeah, and Black History Month is right around the corner. And we do not talk race relations. No, no, no. And keep in mind that our show is streamed live on Facebook and YouTube. And we will be coming to you, maybe not this week, but next week. We will be coming to you by way of maybe TikTok, Instagram, all that good stuff. But the number to call if you want to be a live call-in guest is 940-329-4110. That is 940-329-4110. All right. I think we got all that and then some out of the way. Now, remember, on our show, callers, you can call in to our live call-in number, and you have 2 minutes to rip, rant, kick knowledge about all things NFL. Now, I am going to don the seat, and I'm gonna rant. Yes, I'm not gonna rant about my commander, which I probably will, but I want to talk about. I'm gonna lead off with the Cowboy game. Not so much about the Cowboys, because you all know how I feel about them there Cowboys. How about them boys? I just think my beef today has to do with the referees, with the refs. How do you not? Hold on. I got somebody want to call in. Let's see what we got here. Sports there with F.A. Jr.
What's going on, brother?
Hey, what say ye?
What's going on, my brother?
Hey, what's up, homeboy Glenn? Hey, let me get you push your volume up for me, brother.
Hold on 1 minute, fam. Hold on. Okay, I got you. Can you hear me?
Yes. You know, I opened up the show, and Happy New Year's Eve to you, my brethren, and I hope you had a good Christmas.
Same here, brother.
I want to open up the show, man, and talk about, because you know the object of the show is always about where callers get 2 minutes to call, rip, rant, kick knowledge about all things NFL. But one thing I want to dive into, I want to talk about the referees. And you know how I feel about them Cowboys, and I definitely know how you feel about them Cowboys. But I want to talk about the refs. And you know, my question is, and then I'm going to open up the floor to you, homeboy Glenn. How the hell do the referees miss a call and then lie about it? You're gonna miss a call and then lie about it. The referees, when it came to the game which featured the Cowboys and the Detroit Lions, the Motor City Kitties. Of course, now we're gonna circle back and talk a little bit about the Cowboys and how they could have did a little bit more. But my point was the Cowboys and the refs. The game was tied. Well, in fact, Detroit. Now, I know some people are going to be questioning the coach. They're going to say, well, why didn't he just kick the field goal and go into overtime? But I guess at this time, the coach was playing to win. Hell, as my man used to say, we play to win the game. Hello. but
That's right.
but on that two-point conversion, they scored, and for in my eyes, Detroit won that game. Now, now it was a trick play, and according to all those who are in the know, Skipper was number 70. Skipper reported in. What we saw, we see 3 linemen go up to the referees, and they all basically check in. Okay, and yeah, they checked in with the ref or the ump or whoever the hell was in charge, and said, "Hey, look, okay." And he announced the wrong number. He said number 70, but 68 went out and caught the pass. So he decided that he wanted to overrule the 2-point conversion, didn't count, therefore caused the Motor City Kitties the game. So later on, they asked the referee about it. He said, well, the guy didn't check in with him. But they showed the guy going up to him. What say you, homeboy?
Well, I'm going to tell you like this, brother. You know how I feel about them damn Cowboys. And the hate I have for them, I knew last night when they played Detroit on national TV, when nobody on there but them. Football is so damn watered down now, it's pathetic, man. You know, they know damn well they weren't going to let Dallas, no matter what happened, they weren't going to let Dallas lose that game last night. They elected Jimmy Johnson in the Hall of Fame and all that they're going on. So you know you're going to have in order for them to at least try to beat them, because they is not better than Detroit. But they had to have some kind of little controversy.
Man, was it?
Because they got manhandled. That's why football is so watered down now. You know, it is, man. Ever since sports betting, there's a lot of things killing football. Social media, sports betting, politics, all that shit killing football. True. Man, it's not. It ain't got nothing to do with Cowboys or anybody. The referee, a person can't sit there and convince me that these referees anybody can be bought. Especially if you off in the field. Like, the referee got bought last night because they knew there was a bad. I never seen a call like that in my life. You know, I knew it was going to be some bullshit in the game at the end because Detroit, I told my partner, I said, Detroit going to come down and score and go for 2, and they're going to win the damn game.
Man.
And what happened after that? You know, I wasn't even mad because by me watching the game last night, see how it was going and everything,
right?
I could already expect that game. Ain't no way in the hell they were going to let Dallas Cowboys lose that game. They done shot the referee down in the 50-yard line before they let that motherfucker let Dallas lose that game last night, Cowboys Stadium. And you elected Jimmy Johnson in the ring of honor.
Jimmy going into the ring.
30 years late.
I know.
Fake-ass ring of honor. You got Michael Irvin and Emmitt Smith now doing them old crocodile-ass tears. You know, man, you know, I already know. I ain't even mad because I already know some bullshit in the game when the game started. Even like that 91-yard pass play, C.D. Lamb did.
Oh, man.
It just ain't, you know, man, I might be wrong. And you know I hate the Cowboys, and I do. But, man, all that shit just don't seem right to me. That motherfucker falling down like a damn woman trying to kiss C.D. Lamb. Falling down, hell, he's falling down like he's doing a script on a movie or something. All that shit seemed like it was some bullshit to me.
And what got me was...
So it is what it is, though.
What got
it
me...
is what it is. Green Bay got robbed, but they want to see they doing their best to try to put Dallas up there in that. They want to put Dallas in the NFC Championship game. You know, that's what they want to do.
Because truth be
told, they doing
whatever. It looked like to me that the referee had a little. They had their thumb on the scale. Now I talked to a card carrying, backflipping, cheerleading, pom raising Cowboy fan by the name of TW. I won't call her name Tamara, but and I had this conversation with her. I said, "Boy, them Cowboys, you talking some cheating Cowboys?" She said, "Well, how the referee gonna cheat?"
Well, they cheated.
She said, "How did the team gonna cheat?" She said, "Blame it on the referee." She said,
"That's right.
Blame it on the refs."
Referee dictated that game at the end last night.
Man,
because Dallas got physical. See, one thing about Dallas, you said it earlier. You rush that ball towards them and play physical. They can't take the physicality too long. But if they jump on you and hang around, they open up their little blitz packages and all that. But if you sit there and stay with them like that and beat them physically like Detroit or 49ers, Man, ain't no way in the hell they supposed to won that game last night, man.
And to be
ain't no way.
honest, Detroit's quarterback, hell, he made some crucial mistakes. Tried to give the game away, threw a couple interceptions down.
He tried to get a game away.
But hell, they tried to get the Cowboys the game on the platter. They wouldn't take it. Then finally, and now people was asking, okay, wait a minute, Cowboys, y'all got the ball back. Why did the Cowboys not run the ball and run the time off the clock? I'm thinking to myself, now, you know how I feel about them Cowboys, bro, but the coach is passing the ball, because now we all know when you pass the ball, you don't use any time off the clock. So they get it, and they kick a field goal. And I'm thinking, okay, these guys are happy. They just up 7 points, but they get the ball back to Detroit with really almost 2 minutes left in the game. So they marched that bad boy right down the field. They didn't disguise what they were doing. They passed the ball on the Cowboys. So they got it down, scored. Now, in the words of Brother Harm Edwards, people say, well, why didn't the coach play for overtime? As as Brother Edwards say, hello, we play to win the game, dog.
Win the game. And I would have did the same thing last night. I would have did the same thing.
Because, and people say, well, you can't say they were cheating because they got 3 chances. They kicked it, they scored, then Dallas jumped offside, they had another chance. And I said, but it came down to the simple fact that the guys reported to the referee. And then they talked to the coach. And the coach said, and I didn't know this, but I'm glad that I got educated today. And the coach says, whenever there's going to be a trick play, and a lot of fellow players also said the same thing. A lot of fellow coaches said the same thing. When there's going to be a trick play, that they meet with the referee in their own locker room, and the coach goes over the trick play with the umps and with the refs, so they know if we run this play, this is what it's going to look like. So they explained to the refs. So he had prior knowledge that they were going to run that play, homeboy Glenn. And yet they tried to say, well, dude didn't check in. And now one of the things the guys, I was watching one of the talk shows today, and one of the former players said that a lot of times when they come in, they will do what they call flash their jersey at the ref. They don't go up to him and say, hey, man, I'm eligible, because it's a trick play. So they flash the jersey to the ref, and the referee will announce, number 82 is eligible, number 65 is eligible. So they said they did all that because they went and showed the video, homeboy Glenn, of the guys walking up to the referee and say, hey.
Two of them.
3.
Two of them walk up to the, man, I don't mean to cut you off.
Yes.
But like I told you a while ago, it's not about, hell, I hate the Cowboys, I'm not going to lie, but business is business. Man, and it goes not just for the Cowboys, all the NFL thing. Man, the NFL is watered down now, man. You look at some of the damn roughing the passes they call on defensive linemen. You know, playing those, I know people don't like to hear that word, is wrong, ring the bell. Sissified ass football now, man. You can't even touch a damn quarterback, man. Faggot ass. Man, the referee getting paid off, man. Ever since that damn referee in the NBA got caught throwing the game, he caught the brunt of the criticism. But hell, all of them do it. It goes back from the pro to the high school. You know, and see, that comes from when you get home field advantage. The referee gonna lean on that home team more. And that's what happened to Dallas last night. They getting their ass whooped. And they didn't have no way out.
And I think they're leaning for them Cowboys regardless of wherever they play, because at the end of the day, like you said, I believe there is a little favoritism toward the Cowboys. If you look at how the Cowboys schedule is set up, they get to play on Thanksgiving. Right, and when you do play on Thanksgiving, you're going to have about 8-9 games off. You get to play. So they always get, but it just rubbed me wrong how the simple fact that
fake ass Jerry Jones. Hell, man won 2 or 3 Super Bowls with his fake ass, and he want to get up there. Man, I turned the TV away it has. I feel like looking at that bullshit. Because Michael Irvin standing up there looking like a damn fool, the most fake crocodile ass till him and little butterball looking ass Emmitt Smith. Shit. That was some bullshit when I seen the game come on last night. But I didn't get mad and get upset because I already seen it coming. You already see it coming. Referees get paid off now. And they always all about the integrity. Ain't no such thing as no integrity. It's all about that dollar bill now.
It looked like
it's about that dollar bill. They want to see Dallas. They want to see Dallas and the 49ers in the NFC Championship game. And then when you get in that NFC Championship game, they can script that motherfucker. Anything can happen. Purdy, Debo, and all the whole 11 offensive linemen might get hurt on the team just for Dallas to walk to the Super Bowl. I don't put nothing past them no more. That was one of the worst calls. That's one of the worst calls I've seen since when Tom Brady, they call it tuck rule on Tom Brady against the Raiders.
Yeah, man. I was like,
what? That's what got Tom Brady would have never been shit. If they had not made that bullshit call on him about the tuck rule. Man, they called no more since then.
I was like, yeah, what? Yeah, he was the tuck rule. He had, what? I was like, man, did we make up a rule?
Yeah, I'm talking about. You ain't heard that call no more.
Nah.
You ever heard that call no more since? No. And I'm gonna tell you something. I was telling one of my partners, we were sitting there looking at the game last night. I said, now you look at the TV, just look at the overall game. Man, they very seldom showing Detroit. Every time you look around, they were showing Cowboys sideline, a Cowboy fan, them crying, son of a bitches. That's for real. They crying, But for real, they robbed Detroit last night. Yes. They know they robbed, man. It ain't no, but ain't nothing. What can you do about it? But the only thing they did was they told the referee, well, y'all won't be able to referee a playoff game. Hell, y'all don't need to. Now y'all already fucked things up.
Now, anytime you go and you punish the referee, then you know that it was a bad call. You know what I'm saying? Because if it wasn't, why would they punish the referee? So at some point, what do we do here? I was like, man,
they get paid off now. It's water. Football is water. Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's watered down. It's not really. It's not really to me no more sitting up watching the whole game no more because simple fact. Man, you spend 3 hours, spend an hour and a half looking at fucking replays, and they still ain't getting this shit right. Oh, blind ass referee, and then you got them old blind ass suckers up there in New York. They call Wade in New York. Then you got them old blind. Look at the motherfucker that called the game and called a penalty. All them motherfuckers 60 years old, 60, 70 years old.
And you know what gets me though, homeboy Glenn? Sometimes they'll have some of these retired referees serving as expertise. Then they'll ask him about what is your partake on that particular call, and he may call it a different way. And then when the referee on the field comes back and says, "Well, yeah, it wasn't a catch," I was like, "Boy, even the retired guys don't know what a catch is or not a catch or whatever."
Nah, they don't know,
or
man.
A fumble.
Or they don't. I'm telling you, man. They need to do something about the officiating, not just in football. Well, they go for basketball and all of it.
Well, I think
it's everything, man. Because the officiating is ridiculous now, man.
Well, I think with football, they need to just go back. They need to just go back to where it used to be, where you're not really just really getting that intense of whether it's a foul or whatever. Call it and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Call it and keep it moving. If you say it's a fumble, if the referee call it's a fumble, hey man, it was a fumble. Keep it moving.
It's a fumble, man. You gonna make bad calls, but don't go back to the replay. And then the replay, look at the motherfucker, y'all still get it wrong.
And stop,
man. It just take the fun, it take the excitement out of the game.
And stop all that. What is a catch? What's a catch? Is a catch? Now,
what is a catch?
Because to be told, I should be able to catch this ball while I'm going down, still be able to prepare for myself to hit the ground without getting hurt. If that means, me loosening up this ball a little bit, as long as that ball is cradled in what I call a catching basket, which is your hand or whatever, a pin to, as long as that ball does not hit the floor or whatever. Man, all that second catch, no, that should be a catch and keep it moving, bro. That's to get me in that. We don't got. We don't got.
They need to drug test all them damn referees before the game, man. I'm serious, man.
So now
they need to drug test them, man, because some of them guys that go to referees out there, you can't sit there and tell me they ain't smoking.
Hey, let me transition you on to something that's gonna make you happy. Well, I don't know. Because you told me never again can I say anything about y'all quarterback. But it looked like y'all got the right Rudolph in there, baby.
I told you to give Mr. Rudolph.
Man.
Fuck around with a motherfucking 40-year-old rookie, man. Hell, he done called us 3. If we don't make the playoffs tomorrow, he'll be the call another.
Hey. But at least your boy can say he never had a losing record, man.
Yep, he still ain't got a losing record to do it. And guess what's gonna happen this weekend?
Who y'all play?
They gonna beat Baltimore cause don't nobody play Baltimore. No matter when Baltimore and Pittsburgh play each other, you can throw the records out because it's hard no physical football.
Mm-hmm.
But if Pittsburgh, I ain't saying they're gonna beat Baltimore because man, I'm gonna tell you something right now. Baltimore is the best team in football.
Ooh, boy.
And I'm happy to see them winning like that because I'm gonna tell you this here. Them old guys they got on ESPN, Fox Sports, I don't even listen to them no more. Cause ain't none of them talking about shit. They switching, man. They switcheroo they switcheroo so damn quick. Man, them motherfuckers change up. Don't none of them know what the hell they talking about, man. None of them. Don't none of them really. I'm serious. Don't none of them. You know. Don't none of them, man. And I don't knock them because they went to school and got an education and making good money, which is fine. But when it's time to come down the game of football, they don't know shit no better than nobody else, man.
Well, I tell you what,
they just want you to. They just like to hear themselves talk, and it sounds good. Because just because you played in the national football, you got a lot of them guys played in the National Football League for 15, 20 years. Hell, they still don't know too much no more about football than we sit there and watch the game for 15 to 20 years.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you take a team like Pittsburgh. How in the hell, until 5 years ago, you had the best offensive line in football, one of the best offense, and then you keep being Roethlisberger old ass around 3 years overtime, and then now you fell rock bottom. Now you're struggling to get back to a mediocre. You ain't playing about 500 football for the last 4 or 5 years.
True.
And he got a nerve enough to have enough nerve to talk about somebody. They are racist. Pittsburgh, my team. I don't care for him though.
Well, I tell you what though, man.
Baltimore
put a 50 burger up on Miami today, and that here's what I think about Miami. Miami showed me something that I like against the Cowboys, and they showed me something I didn't like. Miami is still they're not a physical team like Baltimore and the 49ers are. They're kind of a finesse team like the Cowboys, where they got all that speed.
That's right. They're more like the Cowboys.
Yeah, they're not gonna come in and commit to the run and run it down your throat. But Detroit will, and people saw that Detroit. Now, only reason the Cowboys was even close was the fact that Detroit brought a guy on a blitz. They call a blitz, and the guy got there and should have tackled Dak in the end zone for a safety. For some reason, he didn't even make the tackle. Dak stayed alive.
That's what I'm talking about. That shit. Yeah, that shit looked like it was stripped because he had a straight shot at him.
Yeah.
And then when Dak threw the ball hung up in the air for a while, and the defensive back slipped his ass down like he got speech like hands or something. That motherfucker can't slipping down like a damn woman or something. Can't run up a day.
And see, when it comes to the Cowboys, the book on them is if you play a man, they got a good chance to beat you. But if you play a zone, because Dak had a problem with zone defenses. Like the 49ers play in zone. A lot of those other teams that beat them play zone. But when dude missed he came on, either was a corner or safety blitz. When he missed, didn't make the tackle, now all of a sudden it was one-on-one. And see that, because when you one-on-one like that, you ain't really got to throw the ball to the guy. You just throw it up in the air, and the receiver going to come down with it. But when you got to throw against that zone, you got to throw it through windows. You got to anticipate where the player going to be at. You got to basically what they call throw him open. Dak can't do that. He has a problem with that because the defense will show him one thing when he go up to the line, and then they'll jump out of it, and he like, oh, hell. Next thing you know, he let it go, picked off. So, but.
That's right. Dallas and Miami Dolphins, as bad as I hate to say it, even the Philadelphia Eagles, they're more of a finesse team. They're not physical. Baltimore, the 49ers, Detroit Lions, they more of a physical team.
Now, last year
they play more physical football.
Last year, the Eagles was more of a physical run team. This year, they don't got to, maybe because they got those two receivers. Now all of a sudden, they want to just go out and just be like a throw it around, pass around team, and it's starting to catch up with them. Hell, they lost today. They lost today.
Yeah. Oh, man, that's what I'm telling you. No, that's why I don't trust football no more, man. It's watered down now, man. Cause I just can't. even like Pittsburgh. Man, Pittsburgh could have been in contention for the AFC North. How you gonna lose to New England in Arizona back to back?
Man,
but then you got to beat a good Seattle team.
Man, so now let me ask you this while I got you, homeboy. Tell me what are your thoughts on what went down between the Denver Broncos, Russell Wilson, and the coach there, man?
I'm gonna tell you something, man, and I don't mean no harm. If you know me and I know you, I don't give a damn if I make $100 million a year. If some bitch come and put a holler at me in my face like that, then we grown man. I'm gonna put a Latrell Sprewell on his head.
You gonna choke him?
I don't give a damn. I got enough money to take care of my damn self for the rest of my life. You come hollering at me and I don't never see you berate them other players like that, I'm gonna choke the hell out of them. I'm just keeping it real with you.
Well, now,
because everybody grown men out there.
Now, what I was talking about was the fact that that the coach benched Russell, and he tried to make it as though, down the coach's point of view was, well, Russell ain't running the offense like I wanted. He's not making the plays. I call the play, he checks out of it. Or he's not. I'm just not getting what I'm thinking I should be getting. So I'm gonna bench him, and then we're going to start Stidham.
A weak ass quarterback, yeah, ain't one for damn.
Now they won today, but this is what came out. So they went and they interviewed Russell Wilson. Russ says this is what they told him. They said, hey, they asked him to change his contract and give some of his guaranteed money back, and told him if he didn't do it, that they were going to bench him. Now what I was told is that there's $37 million guaranteed that if Russ play and he gets hurt, they still have to pay him his $37 million. He's going to get his money anyway because some of that's guaranteed. So my point was, this is what was said, that that the reason they benched him really didn't have so much to do with how he was playing as compared to the fact that he didn't want to give up his money. And I'm being honest with you. I'm not giving back 1 cent of my guaranteed money. I'm sorry, I'm not.
I wouldn't give him an onion. I wouldn't give him an onion. But I'm gonna tell you something, man. Like I was telling you a while ago, man. It's crooked, man. Everything is crooked out there right now. And I know we're supposed to talk about football and football only, and that's the only thing we're gonna stick to football. But football gets just like other shit. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
that's all I'm gonna say. Football get like that other bullshit.
Only thing I can say, dog, is if I'm Russell Wilson, I'm not getting back 1 cent of my money back, brother. I'm just not gonna do it.
I won't give him 100. But I tell you who I wish Russell Wilson would go to. They're trying to say, but then you got to look at it. Russell Wilson been in the league about 11 or 12 years now.
He's about 34, but that's okay. He ain't over the hill yet.
Yeah, he can help somebody.
Now here's what I think. You get a veteran quarterback like Russell Wilson and you Sean Payton. Now this man done won some Super Bowls, so he done broke some a lot of huddles and looked over a lot of offensive lines and looked at a lot of defenses and said, okay, hey, this is the play coach called, but I've been playing this game long enough to say, you know what, I think we're going to run this. Now, as the coach, you ain't out there playing. As the coach, you ain't getting hit. You ain't playing. So at some point, you got to say, I got a Super Bowl winning quarterback, and hey, Russ, cook. Let Russ cook. That's how I feel about that, my bro.
But see, yeah, me too. And another thing, that's just like Mike Florio, football talk.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me, brother?
Yeah.
Mike Florio, NFL football talk. Man, you don't know. You look Pee Wee Herman looking ass dude, don't know nothing about football.
No.
But then you want to try to make it look like the 49ers just. I guess they forget Baltimore just gonna come in and let the 49ers just lay down on them.
Man, they beat.
And then what gets me when them guys when they get showed up and shit like that, nobody hold them accountable for it.
Nah,
nobody hold them accountable.
They beat the crap out of them. My homeboy Glenn, I got to let you go, bro. I got some more callers trying to get in here, man. Have a happy New Year, brother, and stay safe.
Brother.
All right.
Yo, thank you. Love you, brother.
All right. You too, man. Sports Therapy, F.A. Jr.
Who did?
Jay and Grand Prairie. Wee. Jay, what say you about the Who That Nation? Y'all won today.
Yeah, we won. All right.
Hey, but you know what? I watched that game, Jay, and man, I tell you what, you guys took on the Baker Man, Tampa Bay and the Baker Man, and it was for controlling interest of you all division. I think, if I correct me if I'm wrong, I think the winner of today's game is in first place. I believe that from the bottom of my heart. so, so are you happy with your quarterback now?
No. No, I'm not. I still say take him out. Take him out.
Take him out, Jay. Why?
He still won't throw the ball down the field.
Now I am concerned. With the fact that Alvin Kamara got hurt today. I don't know how big an injury it was. I don't know, is it a major injury or what? But I do know he got injured, and you know what I mean?
I think he'll be all right.
I'm hoping.
I think he'll be all right. I mean, Williams looked good today. So,
I see. Yeah, you guys were like rolling. Yeah. Now, I did like the fact that, and now I love watching my man Taysom Hill. And I call him the Swiss Army knife. He came in, played good today, had some good things going on. But I'm not sure who you guys play next week, but I do know the Falcons. And let me check my scores. I always tell my listeners I'm gonna go over some scores, but I know the Falcons lost today, which did you guys a favor. Yeah, they got beat by the Bears, 37-17. So maybe that'll quiet all the Bear folk down who want to get rid of their quarterback, Fields. Maybe that'll get a little life for him. But I was mostly impressed by the defense that you guys played today. The Who That Nation, it was more of a defensive game. In fact, y'all practically kept Tampa Bay scoreless for a long period of time, and it looked like it was going to be just a complete blowout.
Yeah, it did to the end.
Yes, and y'all showed a little bit of mercy at the end, but other than that, man, big win for the Who That Nation. Big win for the Who That Nation. Big win.
We need it.
But your quarterback still will not throw the ball down the field. Throw that ball down the field. For some reason, he won't. He won't. Won't throw it down the field. Will not throw it down the field. Jay, he will not throw the ball down the field.
You gotta get ready. You gotta go.
So, is it time to open up?
Yeah. It's been time.
A bottle of Jameis. It's smooth and it goes down good. Is it time for a bottle of Jameis? Well, Jay, appreciate you calling. Have a happy New Year and be safe, all right?
All right.
All right.
All right.
Discover Crown Royal, blended Canadian whiskey, patiently fit for a king, expertly blended since 1939. And whenever you see me out in the streets, man, and I'm crime fighting, man, hand me a bottle of Crown Royal. And you know what I want you to say? Crown me, baby. Drink Crown Royal responsibly. And if you are underage, you should never be drinking Crown Royal. But if you're underage, man, help yourself. Crown Royal, that is my drink. All right. Now, I always start off the show by saying, man, I'm going to talk about some scores. And I never get around to talk about scores. But this time, I'm going to talk about some scores. As I was telling my homeboy Glenn, not Detroit, but the Ravens put up a 50 burger today, man. I thought Miami was going to were going to put up more of a fight, but I guess they left their boxing gloves at home. I was disappointed by the Philadelphia Eagles. Obviously, somebody in Philadelphia want to see me with my head ball because I have a bet that says if those dreaded Cowboys make it to the Super Bowl, then F.A. Jr. got to get his head peeled, ball like an onion, man. We can't have that going on, man. So I need somebody to stop the madness, man. Come on, Philadelphia. They got beat by the Cardinals, 35-31. I watched that game. I'm worried about Philly, man. They're shaping up to kind of look like paper champions, man. So I don't know if they got enough to hang on to keep the Cowboys at bay. But last thing I need is for them Cowboys to have a home field advantage. So we got to put a stop to that, man. And my Commanders, man, we got beat 27-10. We went back and forth on was my man Sam gonna start? Was he not gonna start? Here's why I am on that. For the football team, Redskins, Commanders, for the whole family. Look, Sam Howell is practically a rookie. Rookies go up and down. You know, they hit the rookie wall. I'm sure he did. He's hit the rookie wall, which means, you know, he's going to have games where he's going to look good. You can't compare him to a grizzled veteran like Jacoby Brissett. I mean, it is what it is. Now, do he need a better offensive line? Hell yeah. But do we have other more important needs to satisfy in Redskin land? Yes, we do. We need an offensive line. We need several offensive linemen. We need a linebacker that can drop back and cover. We need cornerbacks who don't go brain dead and where we always get beat on the deep pass or what I call chunk yards or chunk plays. We need to build up other areas. I think we can survive. Now, is Sam going to be great? I don't know. But I do know he is good enough for us to win. I had to go back and kind of revisit how I feel about Eric Bieniemy. And that's basically coming from my conversation with Brandon last week, Brandon Cooper from D1 Ignat University. Sometimes, you know, the fan in me want us to win. We want to win now. I mean, that's the fan in me. You know, I want that instant gratification. But the former coach in me, and you know that it's a process. I think Eric has learned a lot. I don't know if they'll keep him around because the new coach, the new GM, he may want his own offensive coordinator, or they may bring in a guy that's an offensive coordinator as the coach. I don't know. Sometimes I get frustrated with Eric's play calling, which what frustrated me with the last offensive coordinator we had, because I'm old school. I think when it's 3rd and 1, you run the ball. And if you get, based on what you get off of 3rd and 1, you can either, you know, run it again or pass on 4th down. But I mean, that's who I am on that. Would I be open to Eric becoming the head coach? I don't know, man, at this point, man. He can't do any worse, you know. But I don't want to see Sam Howell in another offensive system because I think that's what hurt a lot of young quarterbacks is having to you come in, you learn an offensive system, and then you get a whole new different coordinator, and then all of a sudden he has a new system, new terminology, and it stunts the growth of that young quarterback. So maybe another year in EB system, but I do know everything that in EB system does not translate, does not fit. So I'm hoping that he can wake up one day and say, you know what, I got these two stud running backs, and why don't I rely heavily on the run game and not be a 80% passing quarterback? I mean, that's where I am on that. That's me. So, am I for Eric coming back next year as coordinator? I don't know. I can live with it as long as we address some of the other needs, offensive line. We need a pass rusher since we gave up our two. There's a lot of areas we need to areas that we need to shore up. So, man, I don't want to just go and get like a top quarterback because hell, it ain't gonna make a difference if you don't have the other things in place. Then you're just gonna get some young guy, and we're gonna see the same thing that we're seeing this year with Sam Howell. So that's how I feel on that. As I was saying, Baltimore 56-19 over the Miami Dolphins. So I don't know about Miami. Maybe they're not the team that we think they are. Jacksonville, I didn't think that they were going to show up and show out like they did with a 26-0 over Carolina. But at the end of the day, the Panthers are the Panthers, and they probably just can't wait till the season ends. Houston is a team that I don't know. I think they're a team that nobody really wants to play in the playoffs. They're young, they're hungry, they got defense, and they are a team that seems to be that they make and match any other particular team's playing style. If you want to go, I think they can play hand-to-hand combat. And I think if you want to get into a shootout, I think, so that's a team that you really don't want to see play. Pittsburgh Steelers look like for Christmas, they got the right Rudolph leading the team. Mason Rudolph. So my homeboy Glenn is happy. Pittsburgh 30-23 over Seattle. They have a date with the Baltimore Ravens next week. That is going to be a knockdown drag out. Somebody might lose a vital, very important player because that's going to be a man's game. Hide the women and children. We talked earlier today about the craziness that's going on between Denver. Yeah, they won 16-9 over the Los Angeles Chargers. Chargers got a lot of things going on, but the whole Russell Wilson fiasco is that a fiasco? Because I'm sorry, I'm not giving back any of my money. You know, that's just the way I roll. And with the NFL, they're the only team that you have. They don't do guaranteed contracts. So how do we say, okay, this man didn't perform, so we're gonna take his money back? So when he's performing beyond his contract, do we just stop in the middle of the year and just give him more money? Come on, man, that's not right. Don't make sense. Kansas City, when you're large and in charge, they call you chief. Chief 25-17 over the Bengals. I don't know what's going on with Cincinnati, man. They're kind of having a little quarterback deal, but at the end of the day, they're not the team that they was last year. Tonight we have the Green Bay Packers, the Packers of Green Bay. The Packers are going to be taking on Minnesota. That game that started, we got a score now 3-0. So we don't know how that's going to go, but when it's all said and done, go Pack, go. So, as I was saying, things are going to get kind of exciting with the new year. We got, as we brace for the playoffs, and we're just going to see. We are going to see, because next week, we're going to find out the cream's going to come rising to the top. We'll find out what teams are ready to pack it in, and then we'll go and play some football. Sports therapy. Hey, man.
Hey,
I just got to do the proper introduction.
Go for it.
Mr. FH Jr., this is Brandon Cooper, the Ravens extraordinaire, and I want everybody to go back to when this was the first. I called it. I told y'all, Lamar just sold up another MVP. We have the number 1 overall seed. We almost got the best defense in NFL history too. Like, based on how it is now. And look, man, everything's gravy, my brother.
I'm gonna ask you a question, man. Did you watch the movie Barbie?
Watch the what?
Did you watch the movie Barbie? About the Barbie
yeah.
doll?
Is it? I mean, we've all kind of seen that concept. You know what I mean? I'm trying to figure out where you're going with it.
Is it time to put your boy in the little Barbie doll house, his Barbie box, and keep him from getting hurt into the playoffs, man?
But this is what's crazy. So they asked Lamar about, because remember, when Lamar won MVP, we had the first round bye.
Right.
And he was like, at that time, it was tough because we were on a roll, but we were young, right? And he said, because pretty much it was like he almost took 3 weeks off of football. Because think about it, they didn't play that last game, and then they had the bye. Then it was you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now this year the bye would actually help because we have a lot of injuries.
Right.
So that would Andrews would be able to come back and but we're rolling. You know what I mean?
But my question is, you guys have first place locked up, right?
We do.
Why would you play him next week against the Steelers? And when that is a game, regardless what the score is, what's what.
It's a bloodbath.
It's a bloodbath. Yes, sir.
I agree. We should sit Lamar next game. Everybody else got to play.
Yes. Not only sit him,
but I believe we should sit.
Not only sit him, he should be in the witness protection program, dog. Y'all gotta keep that brother safe.
Damn, he can't even come on the trip.
No. That brother shouldn't even be eating hard food. No. No.
We can't risk food poisoning.
No.
It's a home game. It's a home game, so we can at least be on the sideline. Can we do that?
No, that brother needs to be at the house with guards around him, eating soul food. Man,
I agree.
Man.
I think Lamar should sit out, and he needs to be as healthy as he can.
Yes. Because let me tell you why I say this. Lamar ego is gonna get involved and he gonna want to go full Superman. He don't know how to go half Superman, bro. He's gonna go full Superman and go get hurt.
But see, I agree. But the one thing I do hate is I would hate for him to come back and be out of rhythm. But the way we're playing, I think we would be good.
He ain't gonna be out of rhythm in one game.
Here's my philosophy, right?
Uh-huh.
I think all the starters, except for Lamar. Lamar doesn't play next week. I think all the starters should at least play the first half.
Yeah.
And then we just sit everybody. Because this game really doesn't matter.
Treat it like a preseason game.
Yeah, because the thing is we're risking the fact going all hard, especially how injury prone our team is.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
Guys be getting carted off. So I just say, hey, man, let's load up the practice squad players. It's a home game, so we don't have to worry about traveling people. Hey, starters, y'all got the first half. Hey, if it's a blowout, we'll take you out before the first half. You see what I'm saying? Hey, and boom, Tyler Huntley, get your reps. You know what I mean?
I think y'all should treat that game just like a bye week, bro.
Because here's the thing. Because I know. Because it's crazy. The last game of the season is Houston and Indiana.
Yes.
So them two are competing. Houston, Indiana, and Jacksonville are all 3-9-7. They're both competing for either winning the division or that last wild card.
Right. Now I know Pittsburgh is trying to make the playoffs, right?
Yeah. So Pittsburgh has that number 9 seed.
Mm-hmm.
So It's Indy Houston, then Pittsburgh. So that's a very interesting thing. Now, Mike Tomlin already has his winning season.
Yes.
So, hey, he keeps his job. Hey, despite what everybody says, Mike Tomlin keeping his job. You see what I'm saying?
But the thing about it is, when it comes to that, there's no such thing as a gentleman's game between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. It's not going to happen. You can tell players before they go out, hey, look now, play only, now, we don't want you to get hurt now. No. It's us against them.
What's crazy is I think the team as a whole would be like, Lamar, sit your ass down. Like, you know what I mean?
But the problem is that I don't think they can stop. I think he would grab somebody else's helmet and check himself in. That's my point. That's why I said.
They do like Movie Miles and hide the helmet.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, sir. No. That brother needs to be at the house. Hide his football cleats, hide his helmet, his jock, everything, mouthpiece.
We gotta tell security, don't let him in.
No.
Don't even let him into the facility.
No. I'm telling you, man, do not let that brother in the stadium. He needs to be in the witness protection program, protecting him from himself, because Lamar knows only how to play one way, And once the juices get flowing, once he get into the game, dog, he's going to play it like it's a playoff game. He don't know how to dial it back. He ain't wired that way. You know what I mean?
I love it, though.
Yeah.
I mean, but the crazy part is, you got to love it. But at the same time, hey, man, this is
Lamar Jackson is the type of player that if he gets to the Super Bowl, he's the type of player, and I don't say this by any other player, he is the type of player that can win a game by himself.
And this is what people don't realize. They always try to say, oh, well, Dak got better stats, this, that, and the third. I'm like, if y'all don't understand that Lamar we lost our starting running back, our second-string running back, and our number one target. And Lamar was still able, now with the help of the defense as well, but he was still able to rally the troops and didn't complain. And he went. Now, the Miami Dolphins are a great team, yes or no? And Tyreek Hill was playing, right?
Yeah. They're fantastic.
Lamar, here's the thing. He went 18 of 21, 321 passing yards, and 5 TDs. Mind you, the team we're playing is a top defense. They got Howard and Jalen Ramsey at cornerback. And Holland is probably going to be an all-pro at safety.
Yeah, but B-Dog, let me ask you this question now. When you compare Lamar Jackson against Dak this year, all you got to do is give him the eye test, man. What does the eye test tell you?
Come on, man.
What player do you, when it come down to it, who would you want to have, Dak or Lamar Jackson?
Come on now. Even a Cowboys fan will tell you, Lamar Jackson.
Yes.
Mind you, Michael Gallup is better than every receiver that we have on our team. Yes or no? Like if Michael Gallup was on the Ravens, he'd be the number one receiver, right?
He'd probably be 1 or 2.
But think about it. He got CeeDee Lamb, Cooks, and come on now.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Now, the difference between Dak and Lamar is Lamar can read a zone defense. Dak can't. So I don't care who you give him as a wide receiver. If you play zone, if y'all play a zone, you will get Dak some problem. He can't. I'm saying it, but I'm only saying the truth. Dak has problems with zone. If you watch the game, when he threw that touchdown to CeeDee Lamb, it was a busted play. He was a safety blitz or a corner blitz. And dude didn't get there.
What happened with that linebacker? That linebacker whiffed. You saw that.
Yes.
That linebacker had a steal shot. He whiffed.
Yes.
And Dan Campbell said something to him after the game. He was like, hey, well, I don't know what's going on out there. You can't be whiffing.
Man, and that cost him because, and for some strange reason, it looked like he was getting home. And now Dak got to play sandlot football. When he plays sandlot, which is, hey, get open, dog, I'm going to throw it. He ain't got to be accurate. He just going to throw it and get a guy a chance to go and get. But he can't do that against zone before you got to throw guys open. You got to throw through windows. You got to anticipate where the guy's going to be. You got to throw it. You know, it's about timing, routes, and all that good stuff. He has problems with that. You know, and his offensive line can't hold up long enough. So it's all good. So anyway, let's transition to this foolishness that we call the Cowboy game. And I want to talk about one specific play, the 2-point conversion.
Okay, I want to go in on this right now. The refs stole that game.
Yes.
From
yes.
Yes. Because when you look at the replay, Dan Campbell let all the referees know.
Yes.
And all those linemen that came in went and told the referee.
Yes.
The referee told everybody, look, our offense, well, not our, but the Lions offense was on the same page, and everybody on the defense knew.
Yes.
That's messed up. That's on the NFL.
Yes.
And they even came out today and said, we messed up.
Yep.
They cheated the Lions out that game.
Yes. 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 Now, can you convince a Cowboy fan that? No. They so happy in Cowboyville. But like I said, man, and I was listening to a couple of the announcers today, and then these are guys who played the game. And they said, hey, when a guy goes in, he said a lot of times they don't even have to go up to the ref and say, hey, I'm going to be eligible. They just kind of show him his numbers and flash the numbers, and the referee will say, hey, number 65 is eligible. In other words, because you're trying to, you know, it's kind of a trick play anyway. So you're not going to just come out, hey, man, I'm eligible. So that was kind of part of the play itself. And going back, piggyback on what you said, the coach, Dan Campbell, said, hey, you know, we let them know before. Hey, we meet with the refs and we said, okay, this is a play that we may run. Because like you said, you don't want to surprise the referee and make them look stupid if you're running something and they've never seen it before, so they subject to throw a flag and all that good stuff. So, and let's talk about my man for the Denver Broncos.
Okay. Thank you. I want to say, first and foremost, Russell Wilson handled that very professionally.
He did.
He's been having a great season.
Yep.
I believe if he would have remained the starter, they could have snuck in that last wild card.
Yep.
I also want to say he didn't deserve this, and I love his answer. The Denver Broncos told him on the bye, we want you to restructure your deal. Mm-hmm. First of all, that's your fault for giving them that money.
Right.
And a no trade clause.
Yep.
Of course, anybody, when you try to say, oh, but Mahomes restructured his deal, that was because Mahomes wanted Kelsey and Chris Jones to get paid.
Right.
If you come into me and I'm Russ Wilson, you want me to restructure my deal for who?
Nah, I ain't doing that.
You see what I'm saying?
I ain't doing that, dog.
Number two, I don't like any man. That's like y'all at y'all job, everyone listening, they come to you, hey, we're going to restructure your pay and you're going to get less money.
Oh, no.
No,
they
that's not my problem.
They ain't having it, dog. They ain't having it, dog.
Then to tell him with 2 games left and you make a playoff push, and Russ has been having great stats.
Right.
And rallied this team, you're going to tell them we're benching you for Stidham, and at the end of the season, we cutting you.
Yeah, not happening. So, hey, my brother.
The Denver Broncos, I just want one last thing. Denver Broncos organization, y'all going to pay for this in the long run.
In the long run. You got it. All right, my man. Get your last word in, and we finna shut this bad boy down.
Hey, man. Hey, Ravens extraordinaire, Brandon Cooper. Mark my word. Hey, Lamar Jackson MVP. Terrific season for everybody. These playoffs are going to be interesting and competitive. We're waiting on the offseason moves. Hey, man, it was a wonderful season. But looks like Lamar probably played his last game today of the regular season. But, hey, man, I just want everybody to have a safe New Year out there. Hope everyone had a Merry Christmas. Hey, catch me and the boys on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, D1 Ignite University, man. Hey, everybody do y'all thing.
All right, that's going to wrap it and cap it. This has been another episode of Sports Therapy with F.A. Jr. I'd like to thank all the country Kennies down in Arkansas. I'd like to thank those who allow me to be me. I'd like to thank those who listen to my show in the Metroplex, all over the place. As I say, on the yard, always stay golden, baby, and we will see you next week.